That's a nice stuff.
They spend the night in Canada, so they don't come home.
Go ahead and call the meeting to order. Would you please rise, join me in the pledge of allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Dr. Gray, do we have any changes tonight?
Only one change. The only change is we need to move the oath of office, which is listed in A under action items, up to, right after this, to, right before consent agenda, to the first thing, so.
Okay. Lori, do we have any comments this evening?
We do not.
All right. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
I'll make a motion, we approve the agenda as amended. Second that.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? There you go. And thank you for not voting on that. So that approval of agenda is 4 instead of 5. And there you go. Mr. Cox, you're in charge.
All right. Well, Mr. Taylor, would you stand, raise your right hand, repeat after me? I, Bryce Taylor.
I, Bryce Cottle,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will follow and obey
that I will follow and obey
the Constitution and laws and regulations
the Constitution, laws, and regulations
of the United States and Indiana,
of the United States and Indiana,
and all of its sub-entities,
and all of its sub-entities,
as I faithfully perform my duties
as I faithfully perform my duties
as school trustee
as school trustee
for the Pioneer Regional School Corporation
for the Pioneer Regional School Corporation Board,
to the best of my abilities.
to the best of my
So
abilities,
help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
All right, very good. Welcome, officially.
That was impressive, Mr. Cox. You know, without reading it.
How many times have I done it?
He practiced in the mirror at home. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion, we approve the consent agenda. I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consent agenda is approved. On to action items. So it looks like we'll start with B, approval to hire emergency staff replacements for the new school year.
This is just an annual request in case there's any last minute openings, and because the board meeting isn't until after school starts, this just gives us approval to hire any last minute openings, prior to that board meeting. So,
And what are we looking at as far as openings?
right now, we don't, right now, all we have are a couple aide positions, right now, all the teacher positions have been filled. So, we're working on those, and one technology position, we're working on that one, so. Still.
Do I have a motion to approve to hire emergency staff replacements for the new school year if needed?
I'll make a motion to approve to hire emergency staff replacements for new school year.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Are there any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Approval of school lunch procurement for the 26-27 school year. Are you,
Next three, you got Shannon's road related years. Shannon, anything you want to share on the procurement?
We're just renewing their contracts with Gordon's, and Piazza Produce, and commercial foods for my a la carte sales. The only one that we did a request for proposal was for the milk, and I chose to stay with Dean's Milk. any issues with them, and they're cheaper than Prairie Farms, so try to save some money.
It's still, is it getting better, getting the stuff, you know, what it
Knock
used to
on
be?
wood. Yeah. Yeah.
Very good. Do I have a motion for the approval?
I have one.
Oh.
All these are vendors you are familiar with and have done business
That
with.
we work with, yeah. Just renewing all those contracts for, we can renew for 5 years, so we're renewing them. The purchasing company, procurement group that I'm with was unhappy with the milk, that's why they went out for a new milk bid. A couple of them switched to Dean's, a couple of them switched to Prairie Farms, but I stayed where we're at.
I make a motion that we approve the school lunch procurement for the 2026-2027 school year.
I'll second that motion.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? There you go. You're good. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Well, I got more.
Oh, sorry. I guess, yeah, you do. I forgot. Here we go. Approval to increase student breakfast and lunch prices for the 26-27 school year.
Right, every year the state requires schools to run a paid lunch equity report, and when I did that, we are at $3.20 for paid price lunch now. It was to go to $3.50, so it was a pretty big, significant raise for this community, and I didn't think that it would be a good raise. So a 30-cent raise in price lunches, I didn't think so. I called and talked to Lori, see where my financials were, and I have a little extra in my budget, so I went for a waiver, and the waiver says that I could take it to the minimum of a 10-cent increase. So I think that's easier for the parents and households to do instead of a 30-cent increase.
10 cents on breakfast and 10 cents on lunch.
Yeah.
Is the recommendation.
Anybody would like to motion, or do you have any questions?
I make a motion that we approve the increase to student breakfast lunch prices for the 26-27 school year.
This is just students, what to do adults at another time. She's still okay with it.
I second that.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor? Opposed? There you go. And thank you for being
I got more.
concerned and watching, and watching the 10, and only doing the 10% thing, and only 10 cents instead of the 30. Yes. So on to item E, approval of change in job duties and pay increase for Stacy Williams.
You might explain those switches as far as eliminating the one position.
My assistant Betsy Aller retired, so I'm short that position. And Stacy, the kitchen manager over at the elementary, has expressed interest of learning some of that job and learning some of my position. She's expressed interest in becoming the next food service director once I retire, which is coming soon. So,
Is that
just want to throw that out there. I came up, the elementary is, struggles with keeping help and retaining help and good help, so, I came up with an idea of taking partial of Betsy's salary and hiring an extra person for the elementary to free Stacy up a little bit so that she could learn more of Betsy's job and my job. And she's gonna get a slight increase for doing that. But the majority of Betsy's salary will go to a floater position in the elementary kitchen that I have not hired yet. There's a lot to learn that Stacy's gonna have to learn, so, you know, I would say at least a 2-year plan to get her and leave it in good hands. That's what I'd like to do.
I think she's saying she's gonna stay 2 more years.
Well, that's kind of what I'm reading.
But I'm 62 soon, so,
I'm reading at least 2
At
years.
least 2.
Yeah.
So this is just taking Betsy Ulrich's current salary, not replacing her, but dividing it up to those 2 positions, the floater and a little bit then more towards, Stacy's. Recommend approval.
Sounds like a good plan.
I make a motion that we approve the change in the job duties and pay increase for Stacy Williams.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, any other questions? All those in, oh,
Do you have a plan? Are you gonna be able to cover everything if you can't find the floater? I guess. Yeah. Somebody in mind, I guess, for
Yeah,
that position already?
yeah, I've got several interviews coming up and I've got, I think I got covered, but I just can't express it yet.
Yeah, no, that's fine. In case that was gonna be an issue. Sounds good.
let's see, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? There you go. And now, thank you for coming in this evening. We appreciate it.
Yes, I'm done. May I leave?
Appreciate, hey, we appreciate the forward thinking on.
Yes,
Yes.
Thank you.
thank
Have a good
you.
night.
You too.
On to item F, approval of school year contract for nurses Gloria Miniga and Sarah Van Meter.
We shared information on this, kind of leading up to this. This is just the actual approval of the contracts. Recommending putting our two school nurses on basically a contract similar to our bus drivers. It doesn't change anything per se. I mean, they're still hourly employees, you know, and it doesn't change duty wise. What it does is it just guarantees that they get paid for the days they're contracted to work. You know, for Gloria, it's 192 days, and for Sarah, it's 184 days. In the past, anytime, that's the days they were contracted for, but anytime school was closed, weather or scheduled e-learning days or those types of things, they didn't get paid on those days. Well, now they have plenty of work that they can do. Carla's getting them laptops, so they have health reports, student safety reports, plenty to do at home. So this is like our bus drivers get paid on those days regardless of whether they drive or don't drive, so it would be same as that concept. So, the expectations, they'll work 8 hours on those days at home, they'll, you know, get logged into K-Time. The principals would approve those in K-Time, and that's basically what the contract does, just guarantees they're paid those days that they're contracted for, and they would work from home on those days. Recommend approval.
So why is one 192 days and the other one's 184 days?
Gloria is actually the RN and the district nurse, so it's additional responsibilities, additional reporting responsibilities with the state, so there's a few more days with that, because it's additional reporting, whereas Sarah's an LPN, and just more specific to the building and not district reporting. You have to have at least one RN for the, you know, for the district.
I'll make a motion, we approve the, school year contract for the two nurses. I'll second it.
Moved and seconded, any further questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Items approved. On to G, approval of resolution for supplemental pay for special ed professionals in the life skills classroom.
Again, this is an annual, it's changed a little bit over time, but it's an annual request. Approval for the life skills teachers because of the additional health and toiletry duties that they do. These are an additional stipend that they receive for those that shared, the costs are shared by the 3 districts. So, recommend approval.
I make a motion that we approve the resolution for supplemental pay for special ed professionals in life skills classrooms.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes. Acknowledgement of not meeting requirements of the minimum teacher salary for the 25-26 school year.
This is one of those DOE slap on the wrist, you know, kind of things, you know, we knew it was coming. The minimum state, teacher pay is $45,000, we have a 2-year plan to get there. Logan Sport's the same boat, they're having to do the same thing. Our plan was to get there in 2 years, so we knew we would have to do this year, so since we didn't get there this year, you have to publicly, you know, recognize this in a board meeting and post it on the website, so the plan in bargaining this year, the plan was to go get halfway there in bargaining last year and then go get the other halfway there, get the other halfway this year, so was our plan all along, so that's still the plan. So, hopefully that's what happens, and next year we don't have to do this.
Do you know the percentage of schools that's doing the same thing we're doing?
I don't, across the state, I don't. I mean, I know Logansport was in the same boat, and we had the same plan and discussed it, but beyond Logansport, I don't know.
I think the surrounding, most of them have already had it.
I was reading that in the Indianapolis area, it seems like they have a lot of referendums going on right now to help offset some of that.
Yeah, right now we're hearing there's at least 50 referendums, planned for 26 for this type of stuff, so, yeah.
I received a notice too, so I gave it to Lori about it, so.
Yeah.
All right,
So just,
duly acknowledged.
Yeah.
All right, on to item, approval of special ed shared services agreement with Caston and Eastern Pulaski.
something we also typically approve annually, because there's usually small tweaks to it. This year, there's only two small changes. It's in how billing is being done for deaf, hard of hearing, and blind, low vision, and that's the only change. And that is just in the billing process. Typically, in the past, we split those costs divided it evenly between the 3 school corporations. Well, we're changing that this year because each school corporation has different numbers of blind, low vision, or deaf, hard of hearing students. So, like for example, deaf, hard of hearing, we have a significant more of those students than the other 2 schools. So it's not fair for them to pay, higher numbers when we have more students than they do. But they may have more blind, low vision, and, we have hardly, any of those. So it's now billed based on the number of students that need served for your district. So it's just for those 2 populations, just for those. And a lot of that is because we don't currently have licensed teachers within the district that to service within the co-op to service those, and we're having to contract out. So a teacher of record to do that, so, which is additional cost, so, is some of what's driving some of that. So that's the only change. To recommend approval of our agreement with Caston, our joint agreement with Caston and Eastern Pulaski.
I make a motion that we approve the special ed shared services agreement with Caston and Eastern Pulaski.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded, are there any questions? All those in favor? Opposed? All right, item passes. J, approval of tiny mobile robot for painting the athletic fields.
But it's getting harder and harder to find, reliable, people to paint. A lot of our football dads have graduated, so, it's getting harder and harder to find replacement ones, so, we weren't sure we were gonna have a crew, this year. So as talking to surrounding school corporations, all the surrounding school corporations have gone to this robot painter, so this exact same one. Eastern Pulaski, Caston, Lewis Cass, they've all recently gone to this. So we looked at a couple different ones. This is the one everybody seems to be going with. This is one we preferred out of the 2 that we looked at. So recommending purchase of this. We looked at lease versus purchase, and it actually saved us money in the long run to purchase it outright versus lease. It'll save us about $7,000 over the period of the lease. Mr. Bingaman's willing to split the cost with us, 50-50, on that. So we're going to split the cost with him on purchasing it. And part of that is it's not only athletic fields, it will do all the athletic fields. You load it GPS, it just goes out there and paints it on its own. It gives you notification when it needs more paint, you go out and fill the reserves, and then it just keeps going. It'll do football fields, softball diamonds, baseball diamonds, his cross-country course, but it'll also do parking lots.
The new track?
Well, I would assume so, once you load it
Bing
in.
told me
It would
it
redo it.
does, Bing told me it does track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
redo that. But
And
it'll also do
parking lots,
parking lot,
yeah.
all the parking lot spaces, so that
It's
is.
supposed to use less paint too.
Yes, and in the long run, it'll save us money because it uses less paint than traditional one too.
We're gonna have to find some way to run it.
No, it runs on its own. I mean, like I said, all you do is fill it with paint and,
Well, somebody will have to
You put
program
a
it.
chip in there and,
Somebody will have to
well,
program
yeah, I
it or
mean,
set it up.
somebody gets it going.
Yeah.
no,
It runs on GPS.
Who programs, who's the programmer?
The company does,
Oh.
Gets the maps and gets it set up.
just put the chip in there or whatever.
That's part of it, get it set up. Once it's set up, and then it just runs on its own. And it'll give you a notification if it's out of paint, and then you just gotta go put more paint in it.
So the real question is it standard paint or some kind of special paint that we have to buy from the company?
We can get the paint from that company, but we can also get the paint from Pioneer, the place we've been getting the paint from, so either one.
So it doesn't take special paint.
Well, I mean, it's a field
Field
paint, but no, it's not a special paint just to that company.
So every time they program it to do like the parking lot or the baseball field or the track, they're charging us for that, I assume, for that
I think
program?
it's just a one-time, just this initial setup.
Okay.
This initial setup.
Or like a service contract or anything like that, that we'll be paying for ongoing, or is it?
Well, we can do an additional, warranty, we can pay for that ahead of time for like, I think we get like a 1-year warranty with it. And then you can do like 3 to 6 years, and you can decide, you know, how far you wanna go out.
Yeah, they had it was a service pack that they wanted with it,
Yeah,
to help maintain it, maintenance packet.
yeah, something like that.
You wanted extra paint reservoir, extra paint
So
reservoir.
have other schools had any trouble with it? I mean, what if you go to use it and it's Friday and the game's Friday night?
They've not, they've all had it for at least a year, and no, we've not heard any, they've asked that, they've not had any trouble with it, they liked it. The only one that just got it was Lewis Cass is just getting theirs, Cass and EP had theirs for at least a year.
What about the cleaning part of it? Is it just as, easy to clean or is it
As
difficult?
far as I know, it'd be just as easy as what we got. That's part of the problem what we have now, there's only 1 or 2 people who know how to maintain it and clean it, so. And this will be maintained by the maintenance department.
Okay, so maybe in-house.
This will be in-house, so maintenance, the only ones that will manage it will be maintenance and athletic director. That's who will deal with it.
I'm gonna make a motion that we approve the tiny mobile robot for painting athletic fields.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, are there any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Oh, yeah, you guys over there, okay, all those in favor? Opposed? All right, tiny robots approved. All right, K, approval of policy 5136.
This is the cell phone policy. Neola asked me to bring it back to you. Technically, you've already approved it. So what happened was, you approved it in the previous packet. They had trouble getting the policy to load in the system. So they had a different version of it, a slightly different version of it that now they're wanting to load in. So it's the same policy, the same contents there. The only thing that's different is the formatting, like the order of the information is in a different order. So, but nothing else has changed. All the content's exactly the same. So I don't even know that you technically need to reapprove it, but they asked for the board to reapprove it. So I put it on here. So again, there's no changes in subject matter or what you already approved, it's just formatted in a different order. So, I recommend approval, so we can get it loaded in the system.
I make a motion that we approve the policy 5136 on the cell phone.
Moved and seconded, any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? There we go, 5136 approved. Approval of donations, $700.77 from Good Oil Company for athletics. Mabel E. Patty Endowment, $159.12 for HNAC writing. And the Andersons, $120 for FFA. Motion to approve some donations.
I'll make a motion we approve the donations.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Donations are approved. On to discussions, facilities reports. Mr. Brook?
Yeah, so hey, gearing up for the 26, 27, as the kids would say, 6-7. Thank you for the approval for the new staff members. Currently trying to interview, special education aides and life skills aides. I had 4 of them set up today and none of them showed. So, it is difficult, so if you know anybody that's interested in that, I did have one call and say I got the wrong date, so maybe, there will be one. I do have some other ones that I think I'll, push for, approval here once their references come back, but, Shannon's right, it's hard to hire, aides right now. I just wanna thank the, maintenance and the custodial staff for doing a great job getting the building ready. Micah Rands played in his last football game at the North-South All-Star game. Great to see him participate. Cool to see robotics at the Cass County Fair. Excited about a team. Got a team going to Lincolnshire for PLCs. Excited when they get back to have those great conversations with them. Harmony has rolled over, so we'll start now communicating with our students to come and get them enrolled. My secretaries are back on the 20th. Mrs. Schrantz is back on the 20th. Registration starts the 22nd. Excited to see new faces within the building. Moratorium week, last dead week is July 27th through August 2nd. That's the same week as our senior parking. They'll be painting their parking spots the 27th through August 2nd. If you guys are welcome to come to 7th grade orientation, getting ready for that, August 4th from 7 to 8. Be great to see you there. First day of school, August 6th. Athletics, after that moratorium week, they'll hit the floor running. First golf meet for the girls is August 4th. First volleyball scrimmage, August 11th. Football, scrimmage, August 14th. Cross country, August 18th. Looking forward to a great school year.
Mr. Quillen couldn't be here, but he sent me, some items to read from. So teacher focus for the school year, the plans are balancing assessments, standards-based report card, working on getting that developed, differentiated instruction, depth of knowledge and writing. They're working on, we have this cohort group with Cell out of University of Indianapolis that we're a part of. Mr. Quillen's a part of that cohort group. One of the advantages now of him being part of that and us being in that partnership is it provides some financial assistance to one of our mentors, as well as some financial assistance to Deanna Hoke, who's working towards her special education teaching license through that apprenticeship program that's through that IUK Cell partnership piece. Had a successful summer school. Lisa Brown, Allie Parks worked extremely hard this summer. 9 out of 14 iRead retesters passed. All 14 iRead retesters increased their scores, some by as many as 207 points. Jenny Smith and Carrie Cripe team taught to maximize instructional time and materials, creating a fun and structured learning environment for all K2 students. Music and 6th grade positions have been filled. You approved those tonight. We've had several donors choose projects approved for Mrs. Shaw and Alexa Myers, music and art. He attended the first Cell cohort session on June 1st. It's special, related to special education. We relocated the nurses, Gloria's clinic, to have better access to students, moved her down by the younger students in the old teacher's lounge. and moved the teacher's lounge up to her old, clinic, upstairs, up in the old part of the building. Lisa Ruff's doing an excellent job, leading the summer crew and completing tasks on schedule. So upcoming, we have a second cell cohort class on July 16th. And as Mr. Brook indicated, the Lincolnshire team, Team 3 heading it down over in July. So district-wide, just a couple projects. Life Skills Kitchen was completed today. They got the cabinetry up. Kenny just texted me a picture. I'll get it texted out to you. So it's two-tone cabinet. I didn't think it looked that bad. They messed up the cabinet, said the colors, some are gray, some are black. I don't think it looks that bad. Now they're also now starting on the stone. I planned on starting on the stone in the elementary courtyard on Monday. They have the stone here, but they've got the stone. They're planning on starting on the courtyard on Monday, and then also around the greenhouse. And the big fan in the pool is done, and tested and working, so that's done, so they're getting the pool back up and going, so some of the projects getting completed. So that's all the things I've got.
How's the greenhouse doing? Everything working?
Yep, and being utilized.
Lori, do you have anything?
No, just mine will be done then by the end of this month, and then, starting next month, we'll start working on the budget. So,
Mr. Cox, anything? Okay, anything from anybody on the board? Nope. All right, meeting adjourned, have a safe trip home, thank you.
Not shrinking or shrinking?